Traders in the building, what is good, man? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, I'm so glad that you've discovered me. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the continued love and support. You already know what time it is, man. It's the time of the week where I do the weekly analysis, and today I'll be analyzing the dollar index, gold, US30 and US100. And I'll start with the dollar index since it's the first on the watch list. Now, as you can see, I am currently bullish on this particular instrument. This is the dollar index, and the reason is we are currently moving upwards. Of course, we are in an uptrend. I say this because we keep making higher highs over here, as you can see, and we keep making higher lows. Another significant reason to note is that currently we are above a level of sensitivity. We are above a support. You notice how this previously was a resistance, and then price broke above, came back, couldn't break below, and that is where we are currently holding above. How can you take advantage of this move going to the upside? It's easy. You need to go to a smaller time frame, the one that you prefer. Of course, I will start with the daily time frame, and what you do there is you look for structure. For me, because I'm looking for buyers, I'm expecting, as you can see here, a retest of that break of structure over there, and that is where I'm interested to take my buys from. So as you can see, this is where the market has been caught up in a range from between this block over here. This has been for like 2 weeks, I believe. I'm not sure. I'd have to go. Yeah, that was 2 weeks. Price was caught up in that block over there. Now recently, due to NFP, we have just broken above that resistance. If you go to a smaller time frame and even further smaller time frame, you will see that this price over here was struggling very hard to break above this particular resistance, meaning that this is actually a strong area where we can then anticipate the market to bounce from. Of course, that's how I trade. I expect that the market is going to give a pullback, and that is where I'm interested to take my buy positions on this particular market. But what if the market then ends up coming back below this area over here, below this area of resistance, then again this area of support? Then again, it's not a problem. It means if it breaks below, then it turns it into a resistance, and this is where I'm going to sell from and target these lows over here, and that is where I can potentially start looking for buys again on that low over there. That's all I have for this particular instrument, man. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Moving on to gold. On this particular instrument, I'm bearish. Let's go to a higher time frame. I am bearish on gold, and I will explain why. So as you can see on this particular instrument, we just come from a resisting trend line. So let me do like this. You notice how this was the first touch, second touch, and a third touch of that trend line. So another reason why I'm bearish on this particular market is because we do have a resisting zone over here. Anytime price hits that resistance over there, it drops. It hits that resistance, it drops. Hit that resistance, drops, and again we are on that resistance. Hence, I'm expecting the same thing again. I'm expecting for the market to drop as it is showing at the moment, to be respecting that area over there. That is my reason to have a bearish bias on this market. But how can you take advantage of this move to the downside? Again, you need to go to a smaller time frame, and again we look for structure. From last week when the market opened, we were below this area here, and then price went above it, and as you can see, we found resistance at that area. Price came back, and now if you go to an even smaller time frame, you will notice that this candlestick on a smaller time frame closed below this range over here. Let me go to a smaller time frame so that you can see. That's what I'm talking about. So as you can see, this was NFP on Friday. NFP hit, and then price closed below this resistance over here, and now we are retesting that area of resistance. So me take sales, I'm interested to sell when the market gives a retest on that particular resistance over there, and or if price could come break this support and then turn it into a resistance, and that is where I'm interested to sell. That's all I'm looking for in this particular instrument, man. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. I am bearish on this market, and those are my reasons why. The only time I'm gonna look for buyers in this market is if price could break that area of resistance. Of course, if it does that, then it means price is definitely bullish, and then hence I would start looking for buyers. But at the moment, I am bearish, and this is where I'm selling, or below here. I'm selling either here, and or if price breaks below this area, then that's where I'm selling. That's all I'm looking at on this particular instrument. Moving on to US30, bullish on this particular market. Let's go to the monthly time frame. So as you can see, US30 has been bullish for the past few months. A lot of months actually, I won't lie, because as you can see, we've been going up. However, these few months over here have been bullish, crazy bullish. We haven't had a bearish candlestick ever since when was this? Let's check. We haven't had a bearish candlestick since December. So since November. So from November we've been going bullish, and as you can see, we just recently broken above a level of sensitivity. We just broken above that structure over there, which was the highest US30 has been. So as you can see, we have broken above it, and you always know what I say, if the resistance is broken, of course it then turns into a support. So that is my reason to look for buyers on this particular market. I am bullish. But how can you take advantage of this move, go to the upside? Let's go to the daily time frame. So as you can see, okay, this one is not clear. Let's move on to an even smaller time frame, the 4 hours. So as you can see, US30 just recently broken above a resistance over here. This is a structure that we should be looking at the moment, because we just recently broke above it. This was a resistance, clean resistance. Of course, price broke above, so I expect a retest on that particular resistance, and that is where then I will buy, because at that point it would have turned it into a support. Or if price could come back to this area over here that it came and bought from last week, maybe if it can come back to that support, that is where I'm going to buy again. So far I'm looking for buys on this market. There is no reason for me to look for sells. It doesn't make sense, as price is currently on a bullish run, as you can see. Only time I'm gonna look for sells, let me put that out there, the only time I'm gonna look for sells on this particular market maybe is if price could break the structure over here. Then maybe to me would mean price is trying to come down. However, at the moment I am bullish. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Moving on to US100, and I'm closing with this one. I'm trying to make this video as quick as I can, man. I'm trying to save time. I am bullish on this particular instrument. Let's go to the daily time frame. We don't need the monthly time frame, I just figured. So as you can see, similar to US30, or rather let me go to that higher time frame. Similar to US30, we have just recently broken above the most significant structure over there, which was the last high, the highest that this particular market had been. So now that, because we have broken that resistance, of course it turns it into a support, and hence I am bullish on this market. And similar again to US30, you can see that from November we've been having a bullish run. We haven't had a single bearish candlestick suggesting that this market is coming down. So at the moment I am bullish, and you should be bullish, of course. So now how can you take advantage of this move going to the upside? Let's go to a smaller time frame, the daily time frame, or the one that you prefer, and we look for structure. And as you can see, currently we are currently below a resistance. Okay, let me go to a 4-hour time frame. We are currently below a resistance, and this is where I'm interested to buy should price break that structure. This is a resistance, and I'm expecting price to break above that structure, and then on the retest, that is where I'm interested to buy from. And or if price could come back down to this support that it had created over here, this is where I'm interested to buy from. The only time, really the only time that I can start looking for sells is if the market could come back, break this area of significance over here. Then at that point it means price is probably going to come down. There's no point for me to look for buys at that point. It would be pointless, as you can see. So as you can see, man, this is all I have for the week that is coming. Comment down below what you think about these analysis. I tried to make them as short as possible. I'm rushing somewhere, I don't have time. However, I can communicate down in the comment section. And if you want to see my trades that I share, there is a Telegram channel that I have opened. I share my analysis, my perspective, my buyers, and everything else. And there's also a private group chat. Everything is for free, where we communicate, we share our trade ideas and everything else. So if you are interested in that, here's a QR code. Scan this and it will take you directly to the Telegram channel, and or just tap the link down below and it will take you directly there. That's all I have, man, for this week that is coming. Thank you for watching up to this far. I love you guys, and I am out.